Kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel, Aries. So thank you very much for watching the videos and the content that I put out. I really do appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that now, during or after the video, and or leave a comment and or like a thumbs up if it resonates with you. So just on that note, if it does resonate with you, wonderful. If it's not, then that's check out what your other signs are saying, because this is for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. And so Aries could be in your chart under with one of those signs, basically. So let me see where we're going. So that kind of like came out not in the order that I wanted it to come out, or I was thinking it was going to come out. So there may have been something that's happening not in the order that you wanted it to happen, and or the way that then you thought it was going to happen, or what you tried to make it happen. So they're just talking about Spirit are talking about just like taking a moment is where they're going with that. So and just going back to just take what does resonate and leave what does not. Okay, where they're going now, where am I going? So I'm going to be, so there's a bit of a kōrero. The reading this time is, there's bringing in a lot of my different other energies. So as well as, hang on, that's a new message, but as well as the cards are here. So I work with a lot of galactic energies or multi-dimensional energies. And so they're making a real appearance at the moment with, a lot of the work that I'm doing it lately. Well, they have for a while, but it's like they're not always come through with the readings as well, but generally they are here. Same as with you, with different energies, your guides and your helpers as well. So I feel like some of you may be feeling like, talking to some of them, and you may be thinking, oh gosh, or even loved ones in spirit, you may be not feeling that they are around, but there is something happening. They are there, and there are times in our lives when we are needing to figure out something on our own, okay? And you have the tools, and you have the ability, and you have all that sort of thing that the stuff that you need in order to solve problems is what they're talking about, okay, or something that may be going on with you at the moment. So just know that they are there. Okay, so I'm using the Moonology cards today. I'm just looking for the deck, and so it's this deck here to start off with, and then we'll go into and see what they have to say, and then we'll go into using the tarot cards. Okay, so the be bold and make the first move. Okay, cardinal moon here. We have be bold and make the first move. I'm not going to read the book because I'm pretty much, the main theme is pretty much says it all. So there may be something that you've been wanting to decide, and you may be waiting for somebody else to like make the decision for you. So it's like, or waiting for the right time, and which is kind of in the way waiting for the right, for the other person to make, or something out, or another, energy to make the decision, or to like before you, so you don't have to make it, is where I'm hearing it. So, or before you get to, it's like I feel like there's something. You're just waiting for the right information too. For some of you, it's just putting that in another way. Others, or you will get that. Waiting for some information to come through before you make that first move. Okay, so it's like, okay, and I feel like for some of you, this is like making the decision rather than being forced to make a decision. It's like this is about you, forced. There's that element that's coming through too. So there may be something coming up, where you're on the fence about something. A decision that you're going to make, or a choice, or a direction, and it's like I'm just waiting. And I just feel like, because what I'm hearing from Spirit is like there's something about you having enough information. It's just like, now are you biting the bullet, and not being letting fear get in the way of whichever way you're going to go. So it's like, it's kind of really it's a very powerful move is where what I'm hearing from Spirit, and it's about being in your power. Okay, so the next card here is a romantic cycle begins. So new moon in Libra. Okay, so a romantic cycle begins. So there's something about, and there's the balance, with Libra, and this one is a new moon. So there's something coming up that's new, and it could lead to a new romantic situation. But it's like maybe, and so this is why they're saying you be bold and make the first move. for whatever it is, whatever that decision is. You may be like wanting to move back home. You may be wanting to move out of home. You may be wanting to move overseas. You may be, you know, whatever that is. It may be that you're making a decision, you know, that's to, you know, to get out of a situation, or, you know, or change the situation, but it's like you're going to go that way or that way, and it's like, and I just feel for some of you, there may be something that you, in a way that you may be feeling like you, either way, you're damned if you do or you're damned if you don't. So it's like, you know, but it's more like, okay, which, in the weighing up of which one is going to be where my heart, you know, which one is going to nourish my spirit, my soul, and, you know, be more in my truth. But there's other things that are weighing up. So I just feel like, because this is one here is like, and I feel like part of it too is like being in love with yourself. You know, do what you do, which makes you, you know, is in a love vibrational energy. So there's that sort of thing that may be going on for some of you as well. And as in a way of, you know, coming to a decision. Then we have here in the waxing, you know, crescent moon is like, have faith in your dreams. So it's in reverse. So some of you may not, and it's like with, you know, it's like having faith in your dreams, basically. I think that says it all. I'm going to turn that around up the right way. And so it's like, yeah, I think it says it, you know, it says it for itself, doesn't it? I don't think I need to go on anymore about that one. And then when the last one here is hold your vision, okay, with the fixed moon. And it's like, you know, there's a sense of centeredness, being centered and focused. And, you know, you have a vision, or you had a vision, and maybe you've gone because something's come up, and it's like, and so you may have like been maybe overthinking that. So we're just going to like, you know, they're just going to, you'll notice my hands moving around a little bit differently than before, and than usual, but there's always energy when I yak, because I yak with my hands, so there's shifting energy, you know, moving energy, and balancing energy. So they're just helping to, working with that, because I work with a lot of different multi-dimensional energies, and in my tupuna as well, you know, my ancestors. So, but as well as my guides and helpers and the angels here, beautiful. Okay, there's a bird that's just hopped in. You know, and different, you know, elementals and things like that are coming through today. So their energy comes in united, and so there's something about uniting as well with, you know, just going with the flow and holding your vision. Is to, you know, where it is that you're wanting to do, be, give, and have in the future, okay, and how that might look. It's like, don't be, you know, it's like focusing on that, what lifts your soul, what, you know, what you want to be doing in your life. Now here we have the Empress. She's the next card that's come out, and this is the tarot card on the cosmic tarot deck, and she's just beautiful, because it's like she's about new beginnings and creating, you know, new beginnings, and bringing to birth, you know, new beginnings, or birthing new ideas, birthing new journeys, you know, whether it's a creative journey, you know, a shifting of the mindset journey, you know, or a writing. You could be, they're just showing me like recreate with writing and or painting, or, you know, something artistic. But, you know, you're building a new empire, or you're building something new from the ground up. And it could, and you've been there before. So this is a new cycle, a new journey, a new adventure, you know, new excitement. But it's like shifting your head out of whatever is like, you know, there's that view, and then there's that view. So there's, you know, possibilities of how that might, you know, work out for you. So it's not getting too caught up in what might stop you. Because it may be for the moment, but not forever. So I'm feeling like they're talking about, is like bringing things into, you know, putting things into place for you. The Three of Cups talks about a celebration. So there's something about, you know, people coming together and celebrating, but also I feel like emotions are coming together and celebrating that. But your thoughts and, you know, and like maybe you're intuitively, you know, your intuition is shifting, and your emotions are shifting with a certain, you know, path where you're wanting to go down, you know, or something about moving. I'm hearing for a lot of you, and, you know, wanting to look down or explore this way. So I'm hearing for some of you that might be like going home, or moving in some way, but I'm hearing going home. or what you consider to be going home. But this, this Three of Cups is there's a sense of celebration, and there's on a deeper level, and also, but people or energies coming together to help you celebrate, but also just to it's just like, because there's and letting you know that, whatever it is like, I feel like for some of you, it's like letting you know that your plan is can come together, but it's not in the cup. The cup runneth over with with emotions, and not necessarily in a negative way, but in a positive way. So it's like, I feel like something's coming together, and you're starting to see it come together. Or for some of you that aren't, it may be that you're needing to bring it together, like put some energy into it and make it happen, which is like you making the first move. So, because this is what can happen, and at the end of the day, it's like, the Empress is here to let you know that she's like, she does the work. She's like all the queens come together, like the emperor is all the kings that have come together, and so she's multi-skilled, multi-talented. So, and whatever your skills are, it's like bringing it together. You can do that, and that's like when you do, you'll start to see that things come together, and it's like there's the celebration. So don't hold yourself back, or don't self-sabotage yourself or run yourself down. It's like, look at like what you've achieved in the past, and how you've ended up to where you are now. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands energy here is like, there's a new beginning. He brings in that energy. So, and that's whether you're a male or a female energy, this King of Wands energy is like, step into those shoes, create it. He's got all the, he's got the smarts, he's got the know-how. It's like now just trusting in yourself and getting something moving, basically, because he's a mover and he's a shaker, but he's also very smart, he's very clever, and he's not, he's a risk taker, but he's not, it's a calculated risk, basically. Like, it's just like, I kind of lost words. It's like with his energy behind you, it's like, in you being an Aries, a fire sign, it's like, come on, let's get going. Okay, and it's like making, wise decisions, but it's actually like, I feel like there's something new coming here, and like there's an end of a cycle, and he's like beginning something new, like a new branch of something, or a new project, or a new idea has come up. So, and we have here the King of Cups. It's like, not wearing your heart on your sleeve. I feel like he's coming through. It's like he's bringing that, and they're not buying into the emotions, basically. So, but he's on, he's in a calm centered space. So it may be that you're needing to like be in that space, do this internal dialogue, or work in a positive way to help, for your highest and greatest good. It's like shifting the shadow stuff, the shadow thoughts, the shadow feelings, whatever that is, the shadow past, and processing that. So, and I feel like a good portion of you have been doing something like that. Could be to do with romantic or relationships. I'm saying that because it's in alignment with that card. But once you make that, because it's like some of you may be allowing, or looking for a new relationship, a brand new relationship, and it's not, that's, but there's something, there's like that's needing to be taking place, or for you to do, in order for that door to open up properly. For others of you, I feel like you could also be already in a relationship, but there's something shifting in it. So, but it's like, it may be that you're needing the one that's needing to open that door of conversation, of, okay, I'm hearing mitigation, not litigation, but mitigation, but like working something out is where they, and having a good discussion, and seeing, something from the other person's point of view. There's something to do with that, with the King of Cups. And there may be, it may be quite emotional, but I feel like for some of you, there may be you're in a different space now, or you're moving toward that space, but it's like taking some action and doing some work, okay? It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. Okay, so this King of Cups, and then we have the World, because here's the World. It's like, it's something, I'm hearing like, there's something that means the world to you as well, but there's something, this is at the basically at the end of the deck, so it's, there is like, of the major arcana side deck anyway, part of the deck, and it's like there's something that has come to fruition. It's like ready to like go through the next phase, basically, like with these kings here. You know, it's like you've learned enough to know that, you know, what you need to do and how to do it, and just not run, super running, but it's like planning and not backing off. The Prince of Pentacles here, you know, he's, you know, curious. He's looking at, you know, what new ways. He's got to a space now where he is, you know, looking to expand, move on, not just so much financially, you know, but energetically. And it may be something that's, you know, maybe that may be what's holding you back, is like balancing the scales as far as not just the romantic side, but the, you know, the financial side as well. But there's definitely something new coming up, because he's in the way the Pentacles, the princes, they're taking a new step, you know, a step in a direction where they're going with that. There's something moving, or that you may have got something moving, because there's a flag that's flapping in the background, and there's a stag at the back there. So there's something like, you know, in the background there that's like, is that you've started and it's growing, okay? Because I just realised this is actually, you know, the Prince of Pentacles in this deck is the Knight of Pentacles, whereas the Princess in this deck is the Page. So it's kind of moved around, but I do feel like there's a mix of that. There's something, you know, like, you know, a mysteriousness about it, or something new that's coming up that's like, okay, I've started making these steps. It's like, so there's definitely like you've planted a seed, or some seeds in some way or form, as to where you're going to, you know, like you've maybe made a decision. It's just like when or how, or what does that actually fully look like. So I'm going to go with, okay, we're going to go with the dragons this time and see what comes out, just to, yeah, clarify that a bit. Here, Queen of Wands, that's you. So if you're male or a female energy, you know, come in with this one here, the King of Wands coming through. This is about you creating your magic, you know, lifting, you know, getting yourself motivated, and, you know, not going in down to the dumps, you know, like as in, you know, letting your mind get in your way, okay? Don't let it get in your way, because otherwise, you know, this is going to take ages to get for you to move, and it's like, then it becomes more of a burden, is where they're coming, you know, you'll see it more of that. But there's definitely something moving with her, where she's coming out. So it's like, take a punt on you, take, you know, and it's not necessarily a risk, but there's like, you look from this angle, from that angle, from that angle, from that angle. So it's kind of like all different angles. So they're moving that around. So like shifting that energy to like, you know, to move into what it is that you do want, rather than what you don't want. So it's like all the what ifs, and it's like, well, what if it works out really, really well, you know? I'm just gonna like shuffle it this way for a moment and see what. Okay, I feel like there's 2 more cards that are coming out, so we'll just see what happens. Oopsie daisy. Okay, oh, then we're going to take those ones. No, that's like 5. I see a 2. I'm looking for 2. Felt 2, so it's going to jump out. Hopefully sometime soon. So there may be something like that. Something's going to just jump out, or an answer, an idea, or a thought, or, you know, the evidence that you're wanting, or, you know, just that clarification basically. Is there's something that's going to pop out, and it's like just taking your time and not forcing it on saying that. But this is definitely, I'm hearing like the Spirit is talking about, yeah, this is about you, like, you know, getting, lining your ducks up in a row basically. Okay, 6 of Wands. So there's some sort of movement there. You know, something is, you know, like coming together, you could say, with the 6 of Wands. You know, it's like working on making something happen, not forcing, but, you know, there's something magic in there. And I've just noticed that she's like, what she's doing in there is reading that book, and it feels like I'm just like with she's creating something. There's a sense of celebration around that, you know. And you may be going out on your own, and there are people there that are supporting you at the same time. That's how I'm seeing these dragons that are, you know, around, that are flying around you, and watching what you're doing. But I feel like they're backing you up. There's the paper there. There's screeds there, or not screeds, scrolls there, that she's looking at, and just like, I feel like this is about, you know, you writing your own story, not what somebody else's story, or what somebody else says that story should look like or could look like. It's like, what is your story? And then go for it. Okay. Anyway, lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. With prosperity and abundance, and I'm going to leave that there for now. So I hope that makes sense for you, and I hope that's just like giving you a little lifted your energy enough to, like, or a bit or a lot, whatever that is, to, you know, as you journey on whatever it is that you're doing. Anyway, all the best, and I shall see you in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.